What up, beautiful people? Hope you're having a stupendous day. I ain't come on here alone to sing a sad song. Just real quick. I ain't even got my doggone glasses on. But look though. I just posted this cat named D1. I really like some of his views. Not to be, hanging off, tips and shit. But I like to give props when props is due. You know what I'm saying? At least we're giving props to somebody who actually talking some sense. And I just posted something when he was on Art of Dialogue, and he was saying something about what's his name, the Genesis, OT Genesis, the Coco guy. I'm in love with the Coco, that guy. He was saying how, he pushed that kind of music, but he wouldn't let his own children listen to it. And it just, not to dwell on that, but it got me to thinking like, damn, my music. And I really do my music, so one day when I do have children, that's something I can lead to them. They ain't got to lead. I make, anything I own from it, it goes to them. If they don't want to listen to nobody else, they can listen to me. And then I had to do like a quick evaluation of my music. Like, is the music that I make suitable for not just my kids, but kids in general? And it's basically what D1 is saying is like, if you don't want your own kids to listen to it, why are you pushing it for other kids? Not like necessarily like get us to the kids, but kids is listening to it too. Why aren't you putting more of a band on it so it won't be, accepted by kids, or, it be listened to by them? And then so it got me kind of thinking like, damn, is my music suitable for children? Like, I know some parents, like, they might cuss in front of their kids, do other things in front of their kids, but that's their kid. That's what they do. But it's like when it comes to me and my music, I might cuss in front of my kids, but some of my music, would I feel comfortable with them listening to some of my shit? So I got to analyzing and going over some of my music. And I was just thinking about, like my song, Sirens. And in that song, I'm talking about being in the trap. Because one form or another, I have been in the trap. I've had to hustle. I had to get out here. Whether it didn't always, trapping don't always mean you selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be a hustler. You can be selling movies. You can be a booster of clothes. Like, you out there. It's not a regular 9 to 5, but it's your own 9 to 5. You clock in and clock out when you feel like it, or when the product gone, or whatever, how it goes for you. So in that song, I'm talking about the things that goes on in the trap, and not to not to dry snitch on myself, but it's my story. I mean, it is what it is. Like, I've had times where I had to sell a little weed and be strapped. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I've been king, kilo slanger, nah. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also a voice for those who have. So, in those lyrics, I'm like, damn, is this shit suitable for kids? But I also got a part in that song where I'm basically speaking on some of the mishaps that goes on the hood, as far as like the choices you make to survive and feed and provide for you and your people, as far as you and your family. And so in those lyrics, I do realize at the end of it, I'll be like, I can't remember right before what I say before this part I'm about to say, but I'll be like, this is my communication of the best situation, how to beat the situation. Hold on, this is my communication, how to beat the situation was to get an education. Being a D-boy don't have to be your occupation, but when you're broke, you got to do what you got to do. That's why I got a trap full of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, go listen to that. That's on all streaming platforms, all major streaming platforms. And I remember I said that to a cat, and he was like, no, you're not on, no, you're not. No, I'm not on anybody's network. But I am on all major streaming platforms. I'm not on anybody's network. People be opening their mouth before they really be thinking, or trying to play on my top like I'm some dummy or something. But no, I'm not on anybody's network. But I am on all major streaming platforms, such as Apple, Tidal, iTunes, Spotify, just to name a few. Shout out to Disco Kid. They do that for you. Anybody out there trying to push their shit, $20 a year. Unlimited music you can upload. They gonna push your shit to all major platforms. Anyway, getting back to what I was saying. when I do sit back and analyze my lyrics, I do have some things that's a little like on the hood side, because that's where I'm from. I'm from the hoodie hood. East side, 7 Mile and Gratiot. When I was a baby, I stayed off Charmers, nigga. I mean, like, I'm from the east side. I'm from the hood. Anybody know anything about Charmers? Anybody know anything about 7 Mile and Gratiot? Nigga, I stayed on the north end. I'd have stayed on the west side. I stayed in the southwest. So I'm really just a, can y'all see that right there? Detroiter. You know what I'm saying? Michiganer, because I done stay outside of Detroit as well. So, I mean, I'm just speaking of the things that goes on in the hood, and it was like, I realized I do got a message to anything I put out, even if it start out a little but I got a message to all my shit. That's why I shout out to my little sister, Ashley. She made it be known like you not a rapper, like you more like she say a poet. I don't really like using that because it's overrated. Even rapper is overrated to me. But I'm just a person who talk my shit with rhythm on and off wax. And, you know, who rhyme, you know. But I am one of those people that you really have to listen to, because I don't talk how everybody talk. I don't have the same cadences. I got my own thing. And it took me a while to find that lane. And yeah, so more of the story is, like, it had me thinking, like, damn, is my music suitable for children? Would I feel comfortable playing my music in front of a crowd of children? Like, in your city, things like that. Even though it's a message, is it suitable for children? That's something I have to, you know, decide, you know, because I really want to be conscious of that. If I'm, you know, if I say I care about my people, I really got to care about the youth, because they the next up. You know, they gonna carry the torch, and whatever they learn young is what they gonna grow up with. And then they got to grow up old like we did, and have to unlearn and relearn a bunch of shit. And to prevent that, if you just tell them and teach them what they need to be taught in the beginning, it'd be less trauma, less unlearning, and all that, to me. Just based off my experience. So that's all, man. That was the D1 guy. I believe he's from New Orleans. Nowlands. What up, though? New Orleans, you know, wherever how people say it. But, you know, the greatest city of, you know, the state of Louisiana, New Orleans. He's a professor, I believe. He's also an artist. You know, he been getting on niggas' asses. He been stepping on necks lately. You know, people might not like it, but, you know, that's just like me. If I'm wrong about something, I might not like how a motherfucker, you know, may be calling me out. But if I'm wrong and it's really to help me and correct me, I got to put my feelings to the side and take that L and make that correction. So that's pretty much what he doing right now. And a lot of people got to get their heads out the clouds and realize, like, we got a youth who look up to you people. And we do got to realize that a lot of our artists do have a balance. Not all of our artists, especially the ones, the couple, like, as far as Meek Mill and Rick Ross, Jim Jones can really get the fuck out of here. But, I mean, we like balling and all that, but he really can get the fuck out of here. He's a sad case to me. No disrespect, shout out Harlem, you know what I'm saying? But I don't really too much do with Jim Jones. But I do like Meek Mills and Rick Ross, because they do have a balance to their music. You know, they do got the music where he say glorify what they shed light on what goes on in the hood. But they also shed light on what goes on with, you know, the injustice with us to have to put us in these situations where we have to make these decisions to sell drugs, people sell their bodies or scam or whatever. Because think about it, in this day and age, you got people who can literally sit on their ass and make more money than the person who bust their ass. What would you do? You know what I'm saying? But a lot of our artists do have balance. Like, you know, Rick Ross might got the songs like, you know, he a boss, or, you know, I can't think of none right off, but he also got songs like Buy Back the Block. You know, he also put out that ism to be a boss, to become your own boss. And yeah, he might have had to go through the hood, you know, procedures to get there. But once you get there, meaning once you know better, you do better. So there is some balance there, and I mean, coming from the hood, you know, you gonna hear some hood shit. But I get where D1 coming from. He's saying to glorify, like to glorify and to narrate. I believe that's how he put it. It is two different things. You can shed light on something, tell your story about it, get it out there to the masses. Like this is like a news reporter. Like this is what's going on. Or you can be like, yeah, nigga, this is what we do. This is what we bout. This is how it is. And it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can get that. I get that. But, you know, yeah, it's a sensitive topic, you know what I'm saying? But it is something that needs to be addressed. It really does. And the name of the video I just posted, he was on Art of War. Basically, I named it White Supremacy and Black Accountability. Y'all can go look up the video on Art of War. I mean, not Art of War. Art of Dialogue. Excuse me. He's on there. They haven't dropped the full interview, but he do got segments. You know how a lot of big people like Vlad, a lot of these people do the segments. He drop different segments, and the name of the segment is pretty much how OT Genesis or Genesis OT, I forgot how you say his name, don't really let his kids listen to his music, but he push it out for others to, you know, come across it. So yeah, but I just put up a snippet of it, and it just really hit me in a different way. It just really hit me like, damn, like, man, like that's deep how he put that, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to D1. I don't really know him, but I respect his message as a young black man coming from the hood himself, making the transitions he made, you know, all the way up to a college professor. That's brilliant to me. I salute shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We need more shit like that. We don't need a bunch of fucking rappers. We need engineers. We need, you know, even though some of us rap, a lot of us also have other skills. You know what I'm saying? We don't just rap. We also have other skills. People might rap, but they a trucker. People might rap, but they a plumber. They an engineer. They a computer whiz. They're whatever. They don't just rap. They got other things to contribute to society. We just happen to rap. It's a passion of ours. It may be a hobby, maybe a way of life. But a lot of us just don't rap. Let's make that clear. But you got some people, that's all they do. And we need to glorify more of our professors, our teachers, our engineers, our lawyers, our doctors, and all that good shit. We do need to put more shining light on that, because it's not just rappers out here doing their thing. You got people who I just named that are really great contributors, black, young, from the hood, doing great things, making great contributions. So we do need to shed light on them and glorify them more. And we'll see what the society turns out for us. Just my thoughts, y'all. I always gotta agree, but just my thoughts. Those who do agree, like, share, comment, be sure to subscribe, and I greatly appreciate y'all. One love.